Dari, hello. It's the end of day 2 at our lovely Club La Santa holiday, and what a day it's been. A pleasurable one, and I'm sleepily making this video even though it's not even, it's just 10 o'clock in the evening. So we've been up from an early hour because we booked the bicycles here this morning. Now, in previous years, we've gone to a local bike shop and hired bikes for a week. But I think there's been a bit of a change here because there's now a dedicated bicycle area from which you can get bicycles. And you can just, as part of your accommodation fee, which includes all the activities, it also includes the hire of bicycles in 3-hour segments on the app, smartphone app. So you can just, the night before, sit down and go, I want this bicycle for a 3-hour segment. And we found out at the end of today, having given the bicycles back, we could gang segments together. So if you want a 6-hour ride, if you've got enough points, you can gang 3-hour rides together. But we didn't know that at the time. So we booked a 3-hour ride today, which starts at 8:30 in the morning. And it was the first day down, so we didn't know quite what to do. And of course, normally, as a sort of cyclist kind of people, we would expect to bring our own helmets and our own pedals, and indeed we have done that. So I've got speed play pedals, which they had to fit on, and then I also wanted a Garmin mount on the front of my bike so I could put the Garmin computer. My partner decided that she would not bring her Garmin computer, and now she's really kicking herself. Now you can of course stick your watch onto the handlebars with a suitable rubber mount, so she might try that tomorrow. But meanwhile, I was very spugged today because we made out a 40k course and put it on the cycle computer, and that worked out very well. We were a group of 7, so the plan was to start off as the group of 7, and then we'd split off and leave the other people in the group to wander back, because there were 2 small kids who aren't able to cycle, past a max 20 kilometers an hour, but that's max, sort of down a moderate incline. In fact, I don't think Ethan had ever ridden a road bike ever. He's ridden a mountain bike. It's his first ever riding of a road bike. And Kathy said to me when she got onto the Shimano cloud bike, she went, "Where are the gears?" I was going, oh, okay. So a couple of members of the group had a bit of a sharp learning curve this morning, but I'm pleased to say we all set off and we all got back. So my partner and I finished our cycle ride in decent time. I would say that by the end of the ride, I've got this kind of back complaint at the base of my spine, which I've tried to get the NHS to look at and fix, but the last thing that was a result of the back complaint was that I had a CAT scan done, and the person who's taken the CAT scan said there's nothing there, and I said, look, there is something there. There's a massive lump there, and no one seems to be taking any notice of it. But still, it's been over a year, and no one seems to want to look at the massive lump that's on the sort of just off the side of my spine. Anyway, someone's called it a fatty tissue, but I'll tell you what, when it starts to pain on a long cycle, or in this case a moderate cycle, I just can hardly go on. It's very painful. So anyway, that was playing up a bit at the end of the cycle today. At one point I nearly had to stop. Anyway, cycle was completed. There's lots of smiles. We all got back safely. And then after a short lunchtime break, we decided to go kayaking. Now, I've never kayaked before, but it looked very simple, and we rocked up at the reception, and I said, is there much to it? And he went, not really. So he gave us a kayak each. We went to get a paddle, we set off, and then the rest of the team arrived, and we had a hilarious, well, we found a hilarious kayaking session, because in one of the 3-person kayaks, the pedals were kind of completely out of sync. It was hilarious until they resolved all of that. But yeah, so we had a bit of kayaking. I'm not very impressed with kayaking. I don't think I'm gonna give it a go, but I believe that I might have been signed up for windsurfing later on this week, and that is filling me with a bit of dread, because whilst we were there getting the kayaks out, there was a group of windsurfers who were being lectured to, and I thought, oh God, this looks complicated. I'm never going to be able to do that. So anyway, never be a better time and a place to learn than here. There's a decent amount of wind on the local lake, but I feel it's a good place to learn. And my partner was eagerly listening to all the instructions that were being given out today, so she half knows all about it already. Anyway, after that, we we poodled off to our absolute abs class, and we had a very animated and strong Scottish-voiced teacher, and there were probably at least 30 people by the volcano area, and yeah, we all had a very, very hard-working, I think it's ultimate abs or excellent abs or something abs class. But we weren't done yet. I think we decided we were going to try and finish off the day with a stretch and relaxation class. Now, this is sort of a yoga class by another name, in that you do a lot of kind of static moves. This was really from the waist and below to stretch different parts of your body out. And it did remind me of a kind of structured yoga class, if you like. Again, absolutely excellent. Would recommend it to anyone. We really felt fantastic at the end of this class. So fantastic that we were close by the swimming pool, and I happened to have my swimming stuff on from the earlier kayaking still. So I thought, oh, go for a swim. So we finished off the day and both going for quite a long swim. And so I think we've had the cycling, we've had the kayaking, we've had the abs, that's 3, we had 5 activities today. I mean, it's just out of this world. So again, if you've never heard of Club La Santa, if you're skeptical about Club La Santa, don't be skeptical. Google it, look it up. It is, I think, in Europe's foremost exercise-focused holiday that you can book in Lanzarote off the coast of Africa. It's just out of this world. It's sunny today. We had 20-something degrees in the outside air in the pool at 6 o'clock this evening, and the pool's heated anyway. Outdoor 50-metre pool is heated, so it was even more toasty in the water. So yeah, another fantastic day where I'm counting on day number 2, counting from 0. We are so happy here, and we can't wait for other people to discover and enjoy the wonders of Club La Santa. Thank you very much for watching, Diary.